and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to issue 77 of Legends of Ferrari F1, the diecast 120 full-scale model collection from our good old friends over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab these for yourselves and collect these along with me, pop over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop. You too can be collecting these. So let's have a quick scoot through this week's magazine and see what we're up to. We've got the Ferrari 312T from the year 1976, driven by Clay Regazzoni, folks. And I remember this car vividly. It was such a beautiful, beautiful looking car. And yeah, I'm glad to do another one, because earlier on in the series we did Niki Lauda's one, and yeah, look at this. There's some blurbage there at the beginning of 76. The Ferrari stable once again relied on the 312T, the same car with which Niki Lauda had been crowned world champion the previous year. There it is there in all its glory. That's Niki driving it there, and there's Mr. Regazzoni himself. Beautiful, beautiful car. It's just iconic. I still remember that silhouette to this day. It's just such a beautiful thing with a big old airbox as well. Look at that. Give these magazines a read, folks, because there is so much blurbage in there. Loads of information there on the 312T, the 1976 season there. There's Niki Lauda himself and Clay Regazzoni. Bit of parting that he had at Ferrari there. All the politics that was involved around that. This is the United States Grand Prix. This is Regazzoni in the cockpit there during a pit stop. And then we've got Umberto Bonassi, known to everyone as Benny, is the profile we've got this week, folks. So give these a read. You'll find out loads of fascinating stats, and you might end up being out nerd Sarah Jane. Just saying. We live in hope. So that's the magazine done. Put that to one side, and we'll bring on the model for you. And there she is, folks, in all her glory. They come in a nice, sexy display case. Got the Scuderia Ferrari badge on the side there with a prancing horse. Ferrari 312T, Clay Regazzoni, 1976. And I keep my little plastic slip covers on just to protect the clear acrylic. So what we'll do, we'll get this out of the case. We'll bring the car onto the bench and we'll do a little looky-loo at this week's model, folks. Okay? And there she is, folks. Look at that. And as you all know from previous ones, I do love these chrome front and rear wings on these Ferraris. I think it just looks so beautiful. I'd love to see them do a nod to it and try and bring it back in a couple of races just to see whether it would look as sexy on the modern cars as it does on these. Because Ferrari are currently running the white upper half on the airbox, so why not just do the chrome front and rear? Come on, Ferrari, do it. I'd be happy. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's have a look at the car. So you've got your nice chrome front wing there, taper at the front there, coming up to your front suspension with very prominent brake ducts there. Nice wedge shape coming along there in a curve towards the rear wheels there, scalloping round the corner there, and then just going out over an exposed gearbox, etc. There, folks. Looking down in the cab, you got your harness there. You've got a manual gear lever tucked down the right-hand side of the cockpit as you're facing forward. No flappy paddle gearbox. Got a little instrument binnacle on the front there, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And then obviously your driver's mirrors on the sides. Various access panels to get to bits and bobs. Little bit of scalloping there with some bodywork detail there. You've got your exposed rear brake ducts there poking out. Looking from the side there, a beautiful, beautiful silhouette in it, folks. I mean, you've got to admit. And I love this wedge shape, this wedge of cheese shape on the side there. with the old radiator there looking rather sexy. Gold and silver wheels there, but look how deep the dish is on these rear wheels. It is so deep. Unbelievable. Coming up to a really quite low rear wing there that's exposed on its stand. Looking at the back there with all the 4 exhaust pipes poking out, all the rear suspension gubbins and gearbox going on. Little light on the back there. And then coming around to the jaw shot there at the front there, looming towards you. Must have been such a daunting sight seeing these coming towards you. With a big old airbox there with the old tricolore down the side of it. Obviously the driver's name written down the side. All the sponsorships there, all neatly tucked along the side there and just behind the front wheel. All in all, a really stunning looking car with a Goodyear tyres there. The old Goodyear blimp doing the rounds at the Formula One. I remember seeing that. And then you see the steep angle that you come up over the top there with the little windscreen. And we can have a look in the cockpit there. You got your little instrument binnacle down there. The standard 3-spoke steering wheel. Like I say, bare aluminium interior tub there. Quite basic, but that's what the driver needed. Just some instruments on there and that was it. And, you know, all the driver was interested is the throttle pedal, the throttle pedal at the end of the day, and obviously the brake in an emergency. But that was all they really was interested in back then. But I like how the bodywork is sculpted around these suspension arms, just little cutouts there to allow the minuscule bit of movement that they had. And I would have a look up underneath there. Look at that old squig-like spaghetti going on under there. All exposed, so I can imagine these got ground down on the Nürburgring especially, where the car's got air bomb. All your riveted tub there. All secured, obviously the sump of the engine there and the gearbox poking out underneath. But yeah, I imagine it was nice for the mechanics to work on being exposed like that. But I can imagine after a race, these exhausts were well battered. But yeah, stunning looking car. And it's that iconic silhouette, like I've said, that I remember as a child, just seeing these intakes above the arm coves and things, you know, and it's just was a stunning era of Formula and we romanticise it, I suppose, because it was what we grew up with. And I suppose the younger generation of fans romanticise the cars of their era that they remember growing up as young children, should I say. So yeah, it's just an iconic design for me. I think it's beautiful no matter what angle you look at this. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking machine, and I take my hat off to Ferrari for this one, because most people that do scale model building covet the 312T. They really do. And with good reason, because it is a beautiful car. So that's this issue done, folks. That's the Ferrari 312T from 1976, driven by Clay Regazzoni himself. Don't forget, if you'd like to grab these and collect these along with me, head over to the DeAgostini website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can have these in your collection. Also, to help me out, if you can remember to like, share, hype and subscribe the video and the channel. Really helps grow the channel, helps push the video out there, and it makes me immensely happy. I really do appreciate every one of you that takes the time to subscribe. It is free. Thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, stay safe and well. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.